Cancer or Cancer cross watcher. Oh, that one's full, so we're gonna start over, and that's the whole entire message. Like literally, that whole paper is full of everybody else's zodiac signs, and this one is. We're just gonna start fresh, and that is the actual point here. That's what I was gonna talk about. Is somebody does want to start fresh? They want a new start, fresh start over. That's what they want with you, unless it's reverse. Cancer or cross watcher. By the way, happy birthday, Cancer. So yeah, that's it. Cancer. Start over, fresh start. It's almost like, I feel like I've seen this in a movie before, right? Like I love movie references because it just puts things into perspective for me, or even songs. But you know how like, damn, it's like, can we say hello again? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I want to show you I'm a different person, or I just want to start over. I want to start over. I don't know any other way to say it. I just want to start over with you. Like, I want to get to know each other. I want you to get to know me again this way, outside of however you knew me before, or outside of however I was in life at that point. Whomever and whatever this is, it's basically a person saying, I have wanted to do this. I've been wanting to do this. I just didn't know how. I didn't know when. There were a lot of things. And I probably still, I don't know, there's reluctance. Some of them are still thinking I probably still shouldn't. But then others of them are like, no, I'm absolutely going to. I don't know. I don't know when, what, how this is going to happen, go down. I don't know if they're going to do it. They're going to reach out. If they're expecting you to. I don't know. I'm not really getting any of that. I'm just getting what somebody, like they're certain now. They're in tune with their feelings, which is nice. Thank God. Maybe because it's Cancer time. You know, something's happening to cause someone here to, yeah, I'm itching. To cause an individual to be like in their emotions. Whereas maybe it seemed like they haven't really given a shit, or they haven't cared at all, or just whatever. You know, that's not what someone's experiencing right now. Unless it's you. You could be like in your feelings during this time, like really deeply experiencing you also brought some sort of fire. You brought a fire to this person's life. You brought passion and pleasure, genuine pleasure, not something that seemed like it was business or work, or because you have to, or because you're made to, or because you're forced to, or because you're expected to, but because they wanted to. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? That's how I'm hearing it. It's like, it's how it feels. It's really clear. It's clear. Somebody's clear on how they feel too, but definitely how they feel because of you, around you, about you. And it's due to some sort of, well, energy that you in yourself hold. It's who you are, your nature. It's done a lot to this person, and it really sparked something in them. There's a lot going on. I mean, at least it feels like I'm starting to get a bit distracted. And y'all know I get distracted easily. The birds started chirping louder. It's like crickets out there too. The house settled, and I'm itching like a mofo now. So it's a bit like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I know that I want to. I know that I should. I know that I have to. I need to. It's yes. What's causing this? What is causing this person all of a sudden, like now? Because they're in their emotions. Because they're feeling during this time, whereas they have been shut off before, or distracting themselves, or numbing. They've either been numbing themselves, distracting themselves, staying busy, so they're not like thinking about it. But for some reason, it's like they can't outrun their feelings, their emotions during this time. It's hard to explain. It's been hard to admit, to come to terms with, to address. This isn't something they're necessarily comfortable with for some reason. Even if they're comfortable showing their emotions to another or others in general in their life, for some reason, to you, being vulnerable, that's the word. They were never really truly vulnerable with you, even if you thought they were. But now they want to get vulnerable with you. They want to let down their guard. I don't think they're going to just be like balls to the wall. Here it is. Ta-da! Here's my emotions and feelings. Like, I don't think they're, they're going to do that. But I do think that they're going to let a little bit more of their genuine self show. And it's because you've inspired them to. Who you are has inspired someone to be who they are. And to stop hiding. Like, what are they doing? They're only hurting themselves. You know what I mean? You're literally, you may have even thought this before about this person. Like, fine then. Be my guest. Fine then. I mean, it got to the point where you probably had to really turn away from this person because they just are such a hard shell to crack. I mean, have you ever tried to open a coconut? It's really not as hard as it seems once you get the hang of it, but I mean, all that work just for a little bit of juice, and that's just how it feels with this person. It kind of feels like crab meat. I love crab, by the way. Oh, cancer, crab. All that hard work, and you just get a little bit of meat, but it's like, it's so good though, So it's going to be sweet. It's going to be really nice when you get just this little bit. It's just something real, something genuine out of this person. It's like, God, finally, shit. By the time you get it, you probably don't even give a shit at all to get it. You're completely focused elsewhere too. You've already gone through all the emotions, and now I'm hearing Gemini. Some of you, this is a Gemini or something to do with Gemini, or they take on that energy. I don't know. Maybe they started getting in touch with their feelings more so during Gemini season, right before we're going into this one. Maybe it's been about a month that it's really been kind of heavy on their mind, and they're just like, I've got to do it, I've got to do it, I've got to say it, I've got to do it, I should do it, shouldn't I? Self, should I do it? Should I say it? Should I admit this? No, I shouldn't. I'm just going to. No, I can't help it because they keep popping back in my head every day. You know what I mean? Just a lot. It's a lot. They've been going through a lot. This person tends to drink a lot too. They like the bottle. They like the bottle, they like the bottle, they like the booze. They like the bitches and the boobs and the butts. They like all the bees. Blunts even, possibly, but don't tell anyone. It's like a secret. I don't know. They have secrets. They're definitely a secret person. Maybe you know this, knew this. I don't know. But if we're being completely real about this person, they just like to numb what they feel on a pleasure level. And I'm pretty sure I got this in Gemini's message, so there definitely is a connection here. It's always pleasure. Yes, they do experience pleasure, whether it's sexually, whether it's enjoying a good night out with their friends, enjoying something, a good drink. I get drinking, definitely. And y'all know I can pick up on drinking. I can always pick up on a drinker. Yes, and usually when I'm picking up on alcohol in somebody, it's because they probably don't admit that they've got a problem, or it's developing because they run to that when they've had a bad day at work, or when they're stressed, or okay, that's how it starts. Ask a fucking recovering alcoholic. Here you go, right here. That's what happens. So I can always pick up on that. I'm very sensitive to alcohol. I can pick up on it from anybody. I mean, I can tell walking in a store who's a drinker and who's not. I can just tell. And you'd be surprised. It's not because you can tell looking at them. It's just the energy. But anyways, so this person does that, and so they can experience what they feel like is pleasure, but it's not genuine pleasure, because what they've experienced with you, even if it was a short period of time, for some of you it wasn't, but for some it was real, and they know that it's real because they have that to compare to their other pleasures that they experience, and it's not the same thing because those have to constantly be renewed. It has to constantly, and then it just wears off. It's like a high. It's temporary. They're running from something. They're tired. They're wearing themselves out. They're exhausted emotionally, mentally, physically, and they want to feel something real. Well, there you go. That's where you come in. That's where you came in, especially if this is past tense and you've since went on your own way. That's you. And you're that light, you're that sun in their life. I mean, it is sunny as shit in here right now. I'm probably way overexposed. Overexposed. Oh. You intimidate them. And yes, it is intimidation. I mean, maybe they wouldn't admit it, but that's what it is. And you know how I know? Because I just said overexposed. They couldn't hide from you. You can read the fuck out of this person. Maybe you can actually read them, but you can read them. Just like me with the alcohol, right? And they knew it. They know it. They can tell. They can tell. They knew that there's things that you know about them that they don't want people to know. Okay. Maybe even for some of you, things between the two of you, but things in general, they don't want people to know, and they definitely would have never told you, but they can hide. It's funny. It's kind of funny, you know what I mean? But like, it's not though. It's frustrating, but it is kind of funny. Like they feel naked with you. Like you can see through their clothing. You can see straight through this person, and it's overexposed. But how do I word this? But something is occurring and transforming inside of this person where now that's actually how they know that this is real, is because they could be their most authentic self with you. They didn't have to hide for fear of what you would think about it. Not really. Maybe they thought they had to, but they didn't. You would have accepted this person open arms, even if it's just thoughts they have, you know? Maybe they're like, oh, these are less than desirable thoughts and they're just so bad. It's like, and I don't give a fuck. Like, just be real, you know what I mean? Just fucking be real, be authentic. Just tell me. I don't give a shit what it is. You can tell me the most fucked up shit. I'm gonna give an example. My biological dad, my sperm donor, I've talked about this before, so probably you guys have heard this story if you've been with me a while. I asked him at one point before he passed, I said, why did you give me up? Like, I just want to know. I really want to know why you gave me up for adoption. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, and here's why it doesn't make sense to me. Because you kept your first two children. You gave me up. I think my brother was 9 years older than me. The child before he had me. Don't hold me on that, but I'm almost positive he's a year older than, yes, I think he's 9 years older than me. Was, rest in peace. He's passed as well. But so anyways, and then he had me with her, and then it's fine. I just have to say it like that because that's how I feel. And so, right, being authentic about these emotions here. And then right after me, after he just does away with me, he knocks another woman up and marries her and keeps that child. I'm like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, you done fucked all your kids up, okay? You done fucked them all up. All of them. You okay? You doing okay? This bitch would never go to therapy. Would not. You know what his therapy was? Alcohol. Alcohol, heroin, bitches, porn, all kind of shit. Didn't give a fuck, right? And that type shit right there, that makes it very hard to love somebody like that, because they're just like hell-bent on destroying themselves, even if they don't see it like that, because he was a businessman. Yeah. So I said, you can't judge with a naked eye. You have to go off energy, because some people can hide that shit well. So anyways, and he said, I didn't want you. And that was really hard. At the time, it was really hard for me to deal with. And now I think that's probably one of the most honest things, if not the only honest thing he ever fucking said. So I actually have more respect for this asshole than I do my incubator, because she would lie, even if you've heard that saying, even if the truth sounded better. Yeah, that's her. She would lie, and she knows it. I don't give a fuck if she watches this. She's also a Cancer. I don't care, right? And it has nothing to do with me. I don't feel any way. I'm not the type of person who's like, if one person treats me bad because they're a zodiac sign, I hate all the zodiac signs like that. No, that's fucking stupid. But she's a Cancer, my incubator. Anyway, she would lie no matter what. But he actually told the fucking truth. Now, was it alcohol induced because he told the truth? Could be. I don't know. I don't care. It was honest, and he meant it. And before he died, he reiterated it because I brought it up again. And I just took it differently at that point. I was like, thank you. Like, really, I came from a place of gratitude. Like, thank you. Right? Thank you for being honest. Now I feel like I've got a little bit of a heart for your bitch ass because you stopped trying to hide. I might be the only kid who ever got to know the motherfucker for real, because he sure as hell didn't let the other ones know. And although we're not close, any of us, I mean, I could have probably been closer to my brother, but he's dead now. We'll never know, will we? Poor guy. I feel like I got to know him the most, although I was raised by completely different people, but as I became an adult and I pushed the matter, I mean, just because he had no choice but to be vulnerable with me, because I wasn't just going to be like, oh, well, he's my dad and he hung the moon. No, fuck you, bro. Literally. What's your fucking problem? I straight up asked him, why you don't go to therapy? Why don't you get help? You know what I mean? And at the time, I was an alcoholic. But I knew I didn't want to be an alcoholic, because something that people don't understand about alcoholics, especially when we've gotten to a point where we know we're about to die, we don't want to be alcoholics anymore. Even if we're like, yeah, bragging about how much we can drink more than anybody else and all this and that, and we're suffering. And we're concealing and packing on the pain. We are fucking suffering, and that's the truth. And we're making everybody else around us suffer. I mean, people who care, right? So that's what happened, and I didn't want to suffer anymore, and I could see a pattern. I could see why other of my family members were the way that they were. It just made sense to me, and why I was going down the same path, and I refused to allow myself to keep doing it. And so I would confront him, still as an alcoholic. I would confront him, and I did, and 4 days later he died. When I got it all the fuck out. And I don't regret a bit of it, because I needed to get it out. I needed to be authentic myself, even though I was suffering and I wanted to get help myself. And I had to get out of the bottle, get off the bottle, go seek help to recover. So how authentic was I? That was pretty damn authentic, but I was still fucked up. I was still numbing, but I felt every bit of it when he said, I didn't want you. And what he meant, the truth behind his lines were, I didn't want even myself. I don't even want to be here. I'm not happy. I didn't feel love myself. He never dealt with his own childhood trauma. Basically, long story fucking short, that's this person. Okay? They don't have to be a drinker. Okay? It could be reversed too, but they don't have to be a drinker. It's just the way that I can describe it, because I understand it. Unfortunately, I understand it very well. But they numb themselves with something, even if it's just always being the good guy, always being the good girl, always being everybody's friend. You're still fucking distracting yourself, bruh. Always being the worker and the hard worker, bringing home the money and the bacon. And being like, yeah, look at all my things, my money, and I'm so rich. And it's like, are you though? Because your spirit is poor as fuck. Who are you in there? Do you know who you are? You know what you have. But you could lose that shit in a minute. Who are you? That's what I want to fucking know. That's where cancer comes in. You, cross-watcher or cancer. That's what you provided for this person. And they didn't see it at the time. They definitely didn't appreciate it at the time. And now they do. They do. And so they want a fresh start. They want to start over, and they do want to be vulnerable with you. They're nervous about this, but for the most part, I think that they're embracing it. Something's happened along the way to kind of prick their heart or something, get them a little emotional. It's not just the times we're in. Something must have happened to, I guess, get them to be aware of their own darkness or their own longing inside of them, their own truth. People that have known this person maybe even longer than you don't know this person at all. Whom they see is who this person allows to be seen. It don't matter if this person is married. It don't matter if this person was married. Maybe you're their ex. I don't know, some of you. It doesn't matter if this person is their whole entire family. It doesn't matter if it's their bestest friends ever, or it's their people they work with every single day. They don't know this person. No, but you do. And you did. And you don't expect a damn thing out of them. The thing is, the people that are around them actually expect shit out of them all the time. You really didn't expect shit out of this person, but for them to be authentic. That's it. That's all you wanted. If anything, that would be everything to you. You don't give a fuck if this person if you just sat down and had a real conversation for once. That's all. You just wanted to hear real, right? That's all you gave a fuck about. That's it. And they see it now. At first, they may have even thought that you didn't even really genuinely care about them or something. I don't know. Whatever they had to tell themselves to convince themselves that you were probably just like the others. But it's like, whatever you got to tell yourself. Okay, cool. I'm not going to convince you. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you got exhausted of this person. They wore you out a little bit. Even if it wasn't a long connection, even if it was something rather quick. Waiting for them to just give you something real. Because you knew it was in there. You saw it. But you're not going to force somebody. You can't. And so you went about your life and continued focusing on you. And that was the best thing you could have ever done. Because now, I think they're ready to be vulnerable and let you in. So, there you go. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.